Here are 7 reasons why you should pursue ACCA. Now, the reason I'm putting such a basic video is because we've put so much content out there and we've been getting so many inquiries that people are choosing it for various reasons. And I want to highlight honestly, the top reasons that we've seen why people have taken it up, how is it impacting their career, and how successful they are. So, with that, if you have not subscribed to the channel, then please do. If you have, then please leave a like. And as always, comment on anything that you feel we can add or we should do for you in the future. So, point number 1, why should you pursue ACCA? Time. ACCA is, if you start immediately after 10th or 12th, we've had enough cases that I can say that it doesn't matter if you're a studious student or not. What matters is your intent and your effort. If you put in the right intent and effort, within, I would say 2.5 and maybe pushing it 3 years, you can complete all 13 papers of ACCA. And in fact, if you've just given your 10th, maybe you're in grade 11, maybe in grade 12, the guys who start earlier, for all intents and purposes, actually finish faster in terms of time, right? I've had students who have completed ACCA at the age of 18. They started at the age of 16 as soon as the school got done. Because they were in the studying mode, they didn't give up on that. They finished it before, like, just when they were in their first year of degree, of which is BCom or BBA or whatever. So anyway, they took less than approximately around 2 years to complete, and by the first year they were done. They already had a international professional qualification on the belt. I know one of them is working now in PwC, which is the company which I used to work in. So time is super important. Secondly, ACCA allows you to claim exemptions, which means if you are, you've already invested energy and time, even if it's just a waste of time and you just realize you're 21, 22, you've not done much and you want to pick it up, ACCA does not expect you to start from zero. So you can start directly from level 2. If you're a chartered accountant and you just want an upgrade, you can directly start at level 3. If you have had a difficult time in CA and you want to switch because you wasted 2, 3, 4 years, or not wasted, but 3, 4 years have gone by, you can switch to ACCA, and halfway across ACCA you can take it up. Point number 2, the growth of ACCA in India. I was talking to one of the ACCA representatives who head the Southeast Asia ACCA quadrant, and he was telling me that India is one of the highest emerging markets for the ACCA body. And what does this mean for you? That in a few years the ACCA audience has grown 10x. That means the market is actually rewarding a lot of people who are taking up ACCA, either as students or as people who are looking for alternatives in the field of finance and accounts, as well as companies. So when the market is growing and you're with it, hopefully it'll be a good launch pad for your career. Point number 3, the future scope of ACCA. Times of our parents, when you pursued something in the field of chartered accountancy, it was most likely audit or tax. Today, if you pursue whether CA or in this example ACCA, your options are far and wide. Tax and audit are definitely as large and maybe larger than in the past, but as a percentage, they've become much smaller. The opening of other options like consulting, advisory, even starting your own startup. Those who have pursued ACCA, people who scored really well in their ACCA are working in startups like as a fintech. I know people who are CFOs. So the overall growth opportunity for future has also opened up for that of ACCAs. Point number 4, you can have ranks. Now, many of us think that, okay, it's not something to really be it's not a USP, but think about it like this. ACCA does not reward you for rote learning and mugging up the way many of us have unfortunately grown up. It rewards you for consistent effort you put in. It's not for people who study last minute generally. When you do that, you understand concepts, you understand, how to really approach these kind of exams in the way it would be in real life. The chances that you will really score well is very high, because the examiners are marking you on not on your rote learning skills, but on your understanding skills. And people can score really high because it's not a matter of how much you've retained, it's a matter of how well you can actually find solutions for the questions, which is directly correlated to how successful you'll be in the future. And by the way, ACCA promotes per paper every quarter 3 rank holders from India with an Indian rank 1, Indian rank 2, Indian rank 3, and the corresponding global ranks. Every quarter at Zell, we have certain rank holders, and they put this in their CVs, and they are always at an advantage even over some other qualifications, because rank holders have at least an indication that they are more committed, more sincere, and most importantly, they understand the field of finance and accounts really well. If you don't hold a rank, there's no problem. But if you earn a rank, it's going to give you an edge, and you guys need every ounce of energy, every ounce of an advantage that we can get. So why not take it when this qualification offers it? Point number 5. In ACCA, right, we have people who study with us on weekdays as well as on weekends. On weekdays, it's in the evening, weekends is across the day, and this gives the advantage that after maybe something of, let's say, level 1 or somewhere mid-level 2, you can start working, which means you are parallelly, unlike some full-time MBAs and things like that, you will end up studying and working parallelly. You can start working from paper 1, you can start working from paper 5, you can start working from paper 9, and you can complete ACCA and work up to paper 13. But the ability to study simultaneously with WorkX, filling your CV, it might be a hectic 2-3 year period, but the outcome is at your age of, if you're 21, 22, 23, you have 3 years of experience in the F&A sector and a global qualification in your belt with real application of how to solve problems. You have a very early advantage when it comes to proving your value in the market. So take that advantage once again. Unfortunately, not if you take a full-time MBA, right? Like I was saying, it's an amazing qualification, especially based on the institution you study at. You might have a higher advantage than any other qualification. But if you are not in that segment of the IIMs or the ISBs, for example, right, or the top 20 MBA colleges, then something like this is going to be of much higher value. Point number 6, expense. Many people feel that ACCA is expensive, and I'm here to explain you that yes, it's expensive if you compare it to something that has less value in the market, or you're comparing it to Mumbai University or Delhi University colleges. But if you compare it to, let's say, a CA or an MBA, right, or an international MBA, oh my god, if you go study abroad for 2 years, 3 years, right, you're going to get superb exposure and networking opportunities, but you'll be also spending 50 lakhs to 1 CR if you go, let's say, to the US for 2 years or UK for a year. Study an MBA here, it has tremendous value depending on the college, and there you'll be spending, let's say, 15 lakh, 20 lakh approximately. If you pursue CA, it'll take you maybe 2 lakhs approximately, 3 lakhs. So if you think about it, compared to all the opportunities, it's right there if you would like value from your qualifications. So while people say it's expensive, I would suggest that if you compare it to a short course which is of 20,000 rupees, yes, it's expensive, but that's not going to give you the same value the professional qualifications or the degrees are going to give you, for which you must invest. Your first job would be 7-8 lakh rupees if you do really well and get into an MNC at the end of your studies and initial experience. Your salary is going to be 7-8 lakhs. You're going to make up for all your cost in less than a year, maybe in less than 6 months. So please don't let expense be one of your constraints. And finally, as everybody knows, the global exposure. Now, the reason I'm putting this here is because this has increased once again. I've had multiple stories of students who have now completed ACCA either completely or partially here with us at Zell in India, and are now continuing the rest online with us from countries like Canada, Singapore. I have people who've been offered opportunities in San Francisco. I have people who have, of course, gone to UK. I know Dubai is full of ACCAs. So whether you completed half a year completely and then move, you have opportunities. You have to, of course, luck has a certain aspect. You have to put a lot of effort. You have to not just wait for it to come to you. But between somebody who's pursuing ACCA and somebody who's not, once a single opportunity comes, always the guy who has more preparation, international qualification, partially or completely under his or her belt, you get the opportunity to go and start your career in the country of your dreams, if not India. And by the way, if you don't go overseas, India's right there. We are thousands of us who are examples of completing ACCA and having truly satisfying career when it comes to India. So with that said, I hope that these 7 reasons, something different, or maybe you knew it, but these have not really been put across to you in this kind of a framework. So if it helps you, leave a like. If there's anything else we've missed or you would like us to create, please leave it in the comments. Thank you.